Hey guys, Christian here, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to be responding to this video called "Why Everyone Is Wrong About the PlayStation Portal." Now I haven't seen this video, however, I can already tell this is going to be a complete shit show. So just so you guys know what the PlayStation Portal is, the PlayStation Portal is a handheld device by Sony that streams, that is designed for remote play from a play to stream games off of your PS5 that you already own. The thing is, though, is that you can literally go out and buy like a little holder to attach your PlayStation 5 controller you already own to the phone you already own and kind of achieve the same thing. And so it just makes me kind of wonder why you would actually want this thing, you know? I mean, it's $200 fucking dollars. You have to have a PS5 to use it, so you can't just stream PS5 games off of the PlayStation Plus service. You have to actually own a PS5, and I mean, like I said, it's $200. It doesn't have Bluetooth, so you have to use like Sony's own wireless headphones if you want wireless headphones, and they're like $200 fucking dollars as much as this thing. So instead of just open up some like cheap $50 pair of wireless earbuds and put them in, no, you have to use Sony. So I don't really know, man. This is obviously it's a pretty terrible product. I think when it was revealed, even before the price came out, once we heard of it, we all knew it was going to be crap, even when it was first announced during the PlayStation event. And here it is. So here's one guy saying why everyone is wrong by the PlayStation Portal, and then the thumbnail he's talking about why you should buy it. So let's go and watch.
PlayStation Portal, gaming's little disappointment, or is it? What's up guys, hope you guys having a great day today. Look, I get it, emotions are really high at the moment, but I promise you at the end of this video, you'll understand why the PlayStation Portal may be the most important hardware the PlayStation will ever create.
That's a pretty big claim. I think the most biggest hardware the PlayStation has ever created is probably the PlayStation itself. I don't see how this is the most important hardware. Go on.
So coming off from the failure of the fan-beloved PS Vita that, mind you, only sold 15 million units compared to the 80 million units the PSP had sold. So
The PS Vita at least played games natively. You didn't need to own another separate system to use it, so I doubt this is gonna even sell as much as the PS Vita did. So go on, dude.
Sony became soured to the handheld scene. They closed the doors on that scene completely, which caused Sony to start focusing more and more on their home consoles, giving companies like Nintendo, Valve, and Asus to strike for the crown of the portable consoles. Many people use these products and play newly released PC ports of the PlayStation 4 game, which had recently spiked a question on why PlayStation hasn't released their own handheld system to compete with these other systems, as they
Because it wouldn't be a good idea if it already failed before. Why would they do it again? That's kind of obvious, my guy. And also, the fucking PlayStation Portal doesn't even really compete. It's not even competitive with the Switch or anything because the Switch has its own fucking games, and you don't need another system to use it. You know, or the Steam Deck, you can buy a Steam Deck for like $400, and it plays games on the device itself. Like, you know, this is just an accessory. The PlayStation Portal is it's not a fucking standalone system. It's a fucking accessory.
they are all playing their IP on the handheld system. Heck, it would be a lot more enticing for people if you could be able to play a dedicated PS4 kind of handheld system. But let's get back to that in a second. The PlayStation Portal is a streaming device only, sporting an 8-inch LCD screen featuring a DualSense controller which has been split in the middle and on both sides of the device. The device will play all your PS5 and PS4 games at 1080p, 60 frames per second. That sounds great, right? Well, there's
1080p 60. Yeah, it's kind of mid. I'm gonna be honest with you. 1080p 60 is kind of cringe.
You can only use this if 1, you own a PS5, and 2, you have a dedicated connection to the internet. PlayStation has stated that in order to have a playable connection,
Let me tell you one thing about this system. They did not put cellular on this. If this thing had like a SIM card thing for cellular, this would be at least somewhat better because you wouldn't need to have like an internet connection to use this. Like, the whole point of this is to be portable, right? Well, if you had cellular, you could play this outside of like fucking McDonald's, and you know, or you would have more options to play this thing. So I don't understand, you know, why they didn't put cellular on this. Just
will
saying.
need to have at least 15 megabits a second download to be able to run a stable connection. Because of this, many people are split. Some love it and some hate the idea of it. And
To be clear, 15 megabits isn't that high. If you actually go and get like Spectrum, like in my area, like anywhere you go, they service areas, and like their base plan is like 300. Even their fucking assist program for like poorer people has more than 15 megabits per second. So I don't think this is actually a major concern, but still, I still think the system is an overpriced pile of shit.
some people just want to count this console out because it isn't a true PS Vita successor. May I say,
It isn't. It's an accessory. It's not a fucking standalone handheld gaming device. It's a fucking accessory. Don't treat it as anything other than that.
does carry a lot of similarities to the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. Now tell
It doesn't have any. The only similarity with it is that you can fucking take it places, and that it has a fucking battery and a screen attached to it. That's the only similarities. It doesn't render games natively. You have to have fucking decent internet, and when you're outside of your house, you're probably not going to have good decent internet, because most public internet is pretty trash. So, like you're going to have lots of latency. I mean, this is not going to be a smooth experience. I don't understand this. Like, are you serious?
me this, have you ever left the house and just had your Steam Deck and forgot to kind of verify the online system so you could put it into offline mode, and now you just can't play any of your Steam Deck games or your ROG Ally games or any type of games through these systems until you kind of connect to the hotspot? Well, that's the same argument people were using for the PlayStation Portal. Congratulations, you now have a paperweight. People are saying that with the PlayStation Portal, not being able to play anything without an internet connection is actually a system dead on arrival. But the problem is,
Yes, it is. If it's portable, then it is. Yes, it is dead, because if you cannot play any fucking games on the go because you don't have internet, and most of the times if you're on the go, you're not going to have internet, it is dead on arrival, because that completely negates the fucking purpose of this thing, which is to be a portable device.
PlayStation knows that too. They know their community, and I'm not going out there to go buy a Portal just to not.
They know their community will buy literally fucking anything they shit out. They understand that. They know that. So they can. That's why this thing sucks so much ass, because they know people will buy it anyway.
Realize that I can't take this on the go. They understand what their player base are. They understand their community, and the community understand also what this system is. They've marketed it very clear that no one could really mistake it besides maybe a good old soccer mum out there trying to buy their kid a new system and going, hey, look, I bought you a PS5 handheld, and they go, I need a PS5 to play it. So that's the only problem I can see with.
I don't think that's going to be an issue. They usually put on the box and say that it requires a PS5. Like if you bought a PSVR 2, which I did, I kind of regret buying that, but I did. It literally says in the box you need a PS5. So unless you can't fucking read, then you're probably not going to buy this.
But with this being a streaming-only device, I objectively don't think this is a bad idea for PlayStation right now. It's not what I would call a successor to a Vita, absolutely not. But I would call this a decent idea at an already kind of emerged niche out.
It would be better if it had cellular, if it had fucking Bluetooth too. If it, you know what I'm saying? Like if it had a cellular connection, you could actually play this over a cellular network, then this thing would actually be truly portable. And then I can kind of understand it a little bit. But then again, you also have a fucking cell phone that probably has a better screen than what's on this. And you can literally buy it like an adapter thing off Amazon for like $10. It attaches your controller to your fucking phone. So what's the point of this?
Out there. We see many streaming devices out there at the moment, like the Logitech G Cloud and the Razer Edge, and they're.
Guess what? Both of those fucking suck. The Razer Edge, okay, I can kind of forgive because at least it can play Android games pretty damn well. But the G Cloud fucking sucks. Everyone said it was shit, so don't say these are good. Please don't.
They're systems that are kind of the same demographic as what PlayStation are trying to push at the moment.
Which is a very small group of people. No one bought the fucking G Cloud. Very few people bought the G Cloud. The G Cloud is a fucking garbage system, dude. The demographic to buy this are fucking idiots, all right?
Another thing is that there is a difference between this, is that you will actually require a PlayStation 5 in order to use this. I feel like...
Which is a big fucking deal, because of it, like, why not just get... They could have done it so you could just get a PlayStation Plus subscription and stream off that, dude. Like, what? You know, like it just kind of dumb.
Those people who are going to find this system obviously would already have a PlayStation 5. I don't mind paying the extra $1.99 to play this kind of system. Has many use case scenarios
I don't know, man. uh,
out there, like you're able to play in bed in a more formal way. I know there are a lot of arguments for
you
made
could
that
just fucking hook your PlayStation up to your bedroom TV and not spend $200. You know, there is that.
you could just go get a backbone and you can plug it into your phone and you can go and play that way. And I just gotta say, it's not the kind of seamless experience you all think it is.
Okay.
At first, you think it's gonna work great, but then you realize you're gonna have to bring this kind of accessory with you all the time.
I mean, yeah, but this thing is probably just as fucking big, if not gonna take up more fucking space than a backbone would in a phone. So what's your point?
And that's a big pain in the butt, and I don't think it's actually a realistic thing. I don't see people going out on the subway system and plugging in a backbone just to play on their phone.
It would take up less fucking space to have a backbone than to have this and their phone. What? What? What are you talking about?
And truth be told, your phone isn't a gaming console as much as people like to kind of say it's getting more and more like a
This ain't a fucking gaming console either. It's a fucking accessory.
gaming console. It is a text message device, a phone call device, a social media device, and everything in that similar
And it
space.
still plays fucking video games, dude. You could say that about a computer. Oh, a computer is meant for browsing the internet, blah, blah, blah. It's not a gaming device, but people still play games on it.
I don't see too many people sitting there on hours playing on their phone. Obviously, they're going to get interrupted by phone calls, messages, which would ruin.
You can fucking block that? What? Dude, they're fucking... You can block phone calls for a period of time. Like, what? What?
Experience. Now, this is where the PlayStation Portal comes in. This is for people who want to have that kind of experience where they still want to remote play from anywhere in the house or maybe on the other side of the world, and they
What's the point of remote play in the fucking house, dude? What?
can just still remote play and without having any interruptions at all from random notifications coming from your phone or phone calls, which could be very intrusive.
Block the fucking calls. Oh my god. And then just turn them off while you're playing, dude. You don't need to spend $200 fucking dollars on this. This is a waste of money.
In the gaming experience and probably take you out of it as well. And I've got to be honest, I'm a father of 5. I don't have a lot of time to sit at my table and play a lot of games. I literally have enough time to just like make a video every night usually, and it usually takes like 2 hours to make. So, you know, I don't have enough time to sit down and play. I've got an 11-month-old baby and he runs around like crazy, and I don't want to lock him up in some type of pen so I can go sit down at my table. I'd rather let him run free and me still be able to watch him while having this system. Now, I understand this is not everyone's situation out there, and there may be other situations.
Oh my god. Dude, what?
That kind of apply to this. Like maybe you just got a busy
Dude, I feel like you're just fucking lazy, dude. You don't have to spend $200 on this piece of shit, dude. You don't.
work life. I know a few of my friends who actually are never home because they actually have to work and they actually have to go stay in hotel rooms, and this kind of system would be a good idea for them if they wanted to be able to play it.
Use
A
their
lot of people could be
phone.
spending their time in bed with their partner and maybe, you know, spending time with them. Maybe they're watching the TV and maybe you want to put on your, you know, your PlayStation Portal and be able to play. This is a great way to unwind. I've seen many people
Phone.
on YouTube, especially a lot of dads and a lot of work people out there who are actually loving the idea of this system. I recently seen Kind of Funny podcast, and they came out and said that he reviews a lot of games through remote play, and he said after he used the system, now he's missing out on it. And this is the big scenario that a lot of people don't understand, is that a lot of content creators out there, a lot of people who do this for a job, would probably find this really good and really entertaining. Now, my problem with the system is that I wish they did add a few more functionalities to it. So obviously you can remote play, that's a great feature, but nothing else. You can't stream the premium PlayStation Plus titles through the cloud.
Which why can't you do that? You know, like I don't understand why can't you do that? I mean, you're already paying for it. Like what? I don't get that, dude. Maybe because they want you to own a PS5 to do this, but like still, like what? You're paying for the service and the fucking thing. Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Which, I mean, yeah, it's okay. That's all right. A few features which I wish they kind of had, which I'm hoping they could add one day, is split screen. Now, what does that mean?
What?
is when I'm hooked up and I could play split screen with my partner on PlayStation 5, we can both actually log into our users and actually play split screen. Now, wouldn't this be an awesome opportunity?
I'm just gonna be clear, dude. I don't think the PS5 is gonna be powerful enough for this. To play a game on two different devices at once. I don't know if you don't understand this, but the PS5 would have to render their game and then the fucking game that you're playing on with your fucking PlayStation thing, dude. I don't think it's gonna work like you think it is.
To be able to have remote play where you could have it as your second controller with your own screen, and then instead of doing split screen where you kind of split the screen in half, she will get the TV while I'll get the remote play.
The PS5 is not strong enough for this. It's not going to be powerful enough for this. I'm just saying, like, unless the developers specifically design it, like, I'm just saying the PS5 is just not going to be strong enough for this, and I doubt developers are going to waste their time trying to optimize or set this up to work because, probably not many people are even going to buy this fucking thing. So there you go.
Feature. So I'll be able to play on the screen and see my entire screen without any compromises, and she'll be able to play on the TV. I know that sounds a little weird, but I think that would be honestly amazing, especially with the 8-inch screen. You're not going to lose any fidelity in that at all. Now, obviously, PlayStation still haven't done anything like that, but I think hopefully they'll get onto this. But I'm getting off track. I don't think Sony thinks that this is going to sell insanely well. This is probably why they're releasing it at such a low price, is that they probably aren't paying
$200 is not that is kind of more than what it should be, in all honesty. Like, this thing shouldn't even be should be, honestly, for how much value this thing even provides someone, it probably isn't even worth $100. But this thing they could have just given it Bluetooth and all this other shit. Like, they did a bunch of stupid decisions to purposely nerf their product. It's really fucking dumb.
A lot for this to be made in the first place, so they're not going to be taking any losses on it. I feel like they're actually probably making a profit by selling these. And I would say that this is probably the road work in order to kind of test the waters to see if they will be able to bring out a better handheld down the line. There were actually rumors around the same time that they actually had the Q Lite, or I guess we can call it the Portal now, where they actually said that Sony were looking to make a actual proper handheld as well. So I guess we're just going to have to kind of see whether the next system is going to be kind of like a Switch, or whether they're just going to bring something else similar to it and dock it to the TV.
Dude,
we don't know, but this is kind of it for the Portal at the moment, guys. I think it's a decent device. I don't
No.
think it's anything groundbreaking. Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see if anything new comes along, but in terms of that, I think it's a good system. I would probably be picking it up if I had a PlayStation, to be honest, but my partner does, so once it comes out, I'll definitely have it out and I'll review it for you guys and I'll show you guys what it is about, just to make more of an educated understanding on what this system is and if it is right for you. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did in fact like this video, drop a like on it down below, and if you did in fact like this video, maybe you'll like this one too.
Okay, man. I don't know, my dude. I feel like a lot of your arguments are really dumb, and it just comes down to oh, it's laziness. It's inconvenient to use the phone, blah blah blah, and text messages and calls. But there's so many things you can do to not stop this, to not have to spend $200 on this, dude. There's no real selling point to this. Everyone that's fucking talked about this thing says it's garbage, dude. I don't know, man. This is dumb. I don't know. I feel like this guy has to be a PlayStation fanboy. There's no fucking way this guy is not a fanboy for this system, dude. Because, no one else would think this is good. All right? I'm just saying. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Yeah. What even is this? Bye-bye.